Hello, everyone. This is Jarrell from Hard Truth Ministries. And today I just want to talk to you guys about, if you got belief or disbelief. Guys, look, there's many people out there trying to tell you what's right and what's wrong. But then you got to remember, am I looking up to that man? Or I'm trying to find something real and ask, just from a leap of faith and say, Jesus, if you're real, can you help me out? Lord, I don't know if you're real or not, but I have a friend, or I just want to find it for myself. I just want to ask you, Lord, can you help me and guide me in this crazy life that I live? Lord, please show me the way. And Lord, if you show me and help me, Lord, I'll start giving my time to you. If you just ask the Lord, you know what? If you got a Bible, or you can use your cell phone, whatever you want to do. But there's a scripture in the book of Romans, chapter 10, verses 9 through 10. And it says, if you declare with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For it is with your heart that you believe and are justified, and it's with your mouth that you profess your faith and are saved. If you read that verse and make that verse your prayer, I promise you, your life will go from down to up. A lot of people, with money, they think they can solve everything with money. If a family member's going through struggles, you give them $100. I took care of you. You should be thanking me. Why are you making it about yourself? It's not about you. Guys, we have to remember, we are not saved through works. This is not Old Testament times anymore. If Jesus wasn't born, then doing good things and doing it for the Lord, maybe so. But Jesus died for you. He died for the people that didn't believe. Matter of fact, he died for you. And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about you that don't believe in Jesus, that don't believe in God, or they'll look at the Bible and say, this is trash. Really? Whether you believe or not doesn't change the fact that he's real. Think about this. Now, I want you to look at yourself in the mirror. Do you think your parents and your mother and your father, you think they just had the audacity and say, oh, I want Jarrell to have a beard on his face and some clean-shaven eyebrows, and some brown eyes, and, some good clothes? You think they just had the audacity to say that, Do you think when, your mother and father got to know each other, you think they just said, oh, I want him to be 6'5"? No. They didn't even know if I was going to be a boy or a girl. Guys, we depend on science so much to save our lives. And then you gotta realize, okay, I'm dependent on science. All of a sudden a big storm comes and I don't get no power for the next week. You see how much you relied on one source, and when it goes away, you go crazy? But then if you truly get to know Jesus and you ask him to do something for you, watch the difference from science and the difference from Jesus. See who lasts the longest, even in dark times. Say for instance you're in debt and you have a nice job and things are going right, and all of a sudden the company ain't getting no more money. Your family's worried that we're not going to be fed anymore. Like, darn, when is the job going to come? Or you could be in a situation where your boss is always talking bad or down on you. I've been in those situations. Then I have to realize, instead of me relying on money, why did I not rely on Jesus? Did I forget who my master truly was? When I thought my boss was my master, but truly Jesus is my master? Guys, if you're out here in the world that don't believe him, I'm telling you, find him. I may be out here, teaching about the end times, but we got to remember, Jesus Christ is the most important thing in the Bible. I pray for the guy that, that called me a dummy. And I have nothing against the guy. I pray for him, but we're no longer cool. And that's okay, because he does not own my life. He tried to explain that, a certain type of people are going to be the only ones that go to heaven. Preaching prosperity is only going to let Israel go to heaven. And my thing is, and I hate to talk about the race thing again, but when you look at it, you look at me as a black man. Even though I don't like to wear black, white, brown, anything like that. But you look at me as a black man, you see a white man, and you see another man of race. And then, for instance, say, for instance, a woman gets pregnant. Say, you notice all these women can do the same thing, but you really set on that this certain type of people aren't going to go to heaven. Now, what's the point of God making all these people that can do the same thing as each other, but only one set of people going to heaven? Is that a type of God that you want to believe in? Of course not. So I had to tell the guy, what you're preaching is against God. God is not a hate. So guys, let me tell you something. Somebody go out there and tell you that this certain idea is real. Go test it before you start believing it. Find it for yourself and see if it's real or not. Just because I tell you Jesus is real, even though he is, but search it for yourself. Just reading intellectually is not going to save you. You have to apply it to your heart. And that's what I had to find out. I went through some terrible times in my life, and it may not seem like it, but you probably look in the background like, you must be in a house, you must be doing nice. I'll tell you what, I am doing nice. I am doing good, because you know why? Jesus is the head of my life. Me and my wife being married, we ain't been married long, a little bit over a year now. But guess what? Guess who was in control? I may be the king, the man in my relationship, but guess who the true king? Is Jesus. He's in control of my marriage. And ever since then, me and my wife, my goodness, I love being married. If I had a past life, I didn't, I'd be like, shoot, I need to go ahead and get married, because being married is awesome. Guys, find Jesus. I promise you, he will take care of you. Guys, I love you. And find Jesus for yourself. Don't be a statistic. Always remember, casual Christians end in casualties. And I took that from a good brother, Marcus Rogers. Guys, be blessed.